Yeah, so that week in March I can talk about now. I mentioned it like a couple of weeks after it happened because I was like, wow, remind me to talk about that. And that's because it's directly related to the thing. So a lesson that you should learn generally in life is that if somebody prescribes you medication, you have to take it and you shouldn't ignore a doctor's orders. And I did the stupidest thing, and it was a train wreck. I don't remember when this was. I mean, it was sometime in the middle of March. I think it was before or after I came back from a trip. And basically, I forgot to renew my repeat prescription for antidepressants, which is awful. And actually, it's a terrible thing to do, because if you're taking any kind of medication, if you suddenly go off it, that's awful, because your body adjusts to medication, you get used to it, it changes the way you think, it changes the way you feel, and it's horrendous. And I, being an idiot, thought that I had a week's more of these pills than I actually had, and then forgot to renew my repeat prescription. And then I did it with the doctor, and they said, oh, yeah, well, that's going to be 2 weeks now to get it back. And it's actually horrendous. Now, I survived, so naturally, it's kind of funny. I can say that because I can laugh at my own suffering. It's also kind of not funny, but it's also kind of funny. Like, for some people, it can be, like, really seriously a dangerous and terrible thing to do, so not funny. But for me, like, I was just a complete mess because my body and my mind was completely all over the place. Like, I was feeling really sick. Like, I was being sick randomly. I didn't want to eat anything. I was really dizzy all the time. My mind was just like a cloud. I was just like, ugh, for the whole week. And honestly, it was like I was on the craziest trip ever for 2 whole weeks, but I had to try and hold it together. And I was really busy. Like, I was doing so many things. I was meeting loads of people, and it was the worst time ever. And I just had to pretend to be like, hi, I'm Dan, and I'm not seeing every colour that doesn't exist at the same time right now. Absolutely horrific. So for 2, I just wasn't functional. I wasn't sleeping. I was like falling over all the time. I was being sick, and I was just smiling at people like, yeah, I'm fine. Absolutely horrifying. Never do that ever. Like, honestly, me just thinking, oh yeah, well, I know what I've got. I've got an extra week. Open my bedside drawer. No, I don't. Whoops. Call the doctor. This is fine, right? No, you have to wait another week now. Absolutely horrific. Don't do that. There's things to be procrastinators for, well, you know, or just being unorganized generally about. That ain't one of them. So, oh shit, that's the lesson to learn from that one. Sorry you had to go through all of this. Yeah, what a roller coaster. But hey, it was all for going forwards to the big picture, which is a good thing, isn't it? It's all part of the overall positive journey.